Prince George will soon be forced to be separated from sister Princess Charlotte due to long-standing royal ban. Princess Charlotte is set to begin spending a lot less time with her brother, Prince George, due to a strict royal rule. Charlotte, 9, and future King of England, George, 11, are often pictured looking joined at the hip, but will be forced to separate soon, it is believed. George is the second in line to the throne. The young boy's reign is likely to start well into the future, as his father, Prince William, will ascend to the throne first following King Charles. As George is set to turn 12 next year, it is thought that should the royals stay true to a long-standing tradition, then George's birthday in July 2025 will mark a new era, where he will be required to travel separately from his sister Charlotte, brother Louis, and his parents on royal visits and tours. As the royals are often making an appearance at a variety of events and engagements, it's likely that there will be a lot of travel to undertake in the coming year, and George will not be able to travel alongside his family, something which is likely to sadden his little sister. The reason for this is that two heirs to the throne are not permitted to travel together in the heartbreaking event of a tragedy, for example, a plane crash. By keeping the heirs separate, it ensures that should something go terribly wrong, there is still somebody who can reign for England, thus protecting the monarchy. Prince William himself had to go through the same process once he turned 12. Graham Laurie, King Charles' former pilot, told OK! Magazine. We flew all four. The Prince, the Princess, Prince William and Prince Harry, up until Prince William was 12 years old. After that, he had to have a separate aircraft and we could only fly all four together when they were young with the written permission of Her Majesty. When William became 12, he would fly normally in a 125 from Northolt and we would fly the 146 out with the other three on. The rule has persevered for decades, and sadly isn't without reason. Various members of the royal family have fallen victim to air incidents throughout history. Prince Philip's sister Princess Cecily died in an air accident in 1937. Queen Elizabeth II's uncle Prince George was also killed in a similar incident in 1942, followed by the Queen's cousin, Prince William of Gloucester, in 1972. Notably, the rule can be changed by the monarchy at any given time, meaning King Charles or Prince William may change their minds about the requirement in the future. Prince William flew with his entire family in 2014 during the family's Australian tour. They had to ask the Queen for permission, but she said yes. There's an important reason why Prince George may be separated from his family in just a matter of months. There are so many strict rules and regulations the royal family have to follow, but it's necessary for the family to keep up tradition. Prince George, 11, and his siblings Charlotte, 9, and Louis, 6, are used by now to following protocol. But this new upcoming rule will see the eldest swept away from his siblings and father. It's got to be a tough gig being a royal kid, but there are some things their parents do which ensures they feel relatively normal. For example, they have different names they are given at school, and are formally known in class as George Wales, Charlotte Wales, and Louis Wales, as a nod to their parents' titles. They used to be known as George Cambridge, Charlotte Cambridge, and Louis Cambridge, but since King Charles took over the throne, they've made a switch. Even Prince William and Prince Harry had their father's title Wales at school. So really, it's cute that the tradition has followed on. However, George, who turns 12 next year, will be inheriting an unfortunate tradition, much like his dad had to at the same age. We recently wrote about the royal protocol George is going to take on, but here's the reason why it's essential he does it. Prince George's official preparations are set to kick off in July 2025 when he celebrates his 12th birthday, and as second in line to the throne, he will be forced to travel separately from his family on royal visits and tours. He won't just be traveling without his siblings, but also without his father, as Prince William is the first in line to the throne. The rules stipulate that the two royal members in succession can't be together when traveling, a restriction put in place in case the worst should happen. You see, if a plane crashed, it would mean an heir to the throne is protected and keeps the monarchy stable. For Prince William, he always traveled with his family including his late mother, father and brother until he turned 12. King Charles' former pilot, Graham Laurie, explained to OK! Magazine. We flew all four. The Prince, the Princess, Prince William and Prince Harry, up until Prince William was 12 years old. After that, he had to have a separate aircraft and we could only fly all four together when they were young with the written permission of Her Majesty. When William became 12, he would fly normally in a 125 from Northolt and we would fly the 146 out with the other three on. While it isn't set in stone, The unwritten rule has been in place for decades, and it isn't just based on superstition. As in the past, members of the royal family have died in plane crashes. In 1937, Prince Philip's sister Princess Cecily died in an air accident. While in 1942 Queen Elizabeth II's uncle Prince George was killed, and, in 1972, the late Queen's cousin, Prince William of Gloucester, died. However, the travel arrangements are ultimately at the monarch's discretion, so King Charles or Prince William could change them at any point if they wanted to. In fact, William has previously broken tradition, and in 2014, he and wife Kate were granted special permission to fly with their 3 children together for their Australian tour. At the time, the Royal Press Office told BBC's Newsround they had to ask the Queen for permission, but she said yes. While there is no official rule on this, and royal heirs have travelled together in the past, it is something that the Queen has a final say on.